Good morning. Happy Saturday. Proverbs 28:2. AMP. When a land does wrong, it has many princes. But when the ruler is a man of understanding and knowledge, its stability endures. Proverbs 28:3. AMP. A poor man who oppresses and exploits the lowly is like a sweeping rain which leaves no food. Proverbs 28:4. AMP. Those who set aside the law of God and man praise the wicked, but those who keep the law of God and man struggle with them. Proverbs 28:5. AMP. Evil men do not understand justice, but they who long for and seek the Lord understand it fully. Proverbs 28:6. AMP. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than he who is crooked and two-faced, though he is rich. Matthew 18:21. AMP. Then Peter came to him and asked, Lord, how many times will my brother sin against me, and I forgive him and let it go? Up to 7 times? Matthew 18:22. AMP. Jesus answered him, I say to you, not up to 7 times, but 70 times 7. Matthew 18:23. AMP. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wished to settle accounts with his slaves. Matthew 18:24. AMP. When he began the accounting, one who owed him 10,000 talents was brought to him. Matthew 18:25. AMP. But because he could not repay, his master ordered him to be sold, with his wife and his children and everything that he possessed, and payment to be made. Matthew 18:26. AMP. So the slave fell on his knees and begged him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will repay you everything. Matthew 18:27. AMP. And his master's heart was moved with compassion, and he released him and forgave him, canceling the debt. Matthew 18:28. But that same slave went out and found one of his fellow slaves who owed him 100 denarii. And he seized him and began choking him, saying, Pay what you owe. Matthew 18:29. AMP. So his fellow slave fell on his knees and begged him earnestly, Have patience with me and I will repay you. Matthew 18:30. AMP. But he was unwilling, and he went and had him thrown in prison until he paid back the debt. Matthew 18:31. AMP. When his fellow slaves saw what had happened, they were deeply grieved, and they went and reported to their master with clarity and in detail everything that had taken place. Matthew 18:32. AMP. Then his master called him and said to him, You wicked and contemptible slave, I forgave all that great debt of yours because you begged me. Matthew 18:33. AMP. Should you not have had mercy on your fellow slave who owed you little by comparison, as I had mercy on you? Matthew 18:34. AMP. And in wrath his master turned him over to the torturers, jailers, until he paid all that he owed. Matthew 18:35. My heavenly Father will also do the same to every one of you, if each of you does not forgive his brother from your heart. Matthew 6:12. AMP. And forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors, letting go of both the wrong and the resentment. SunnyKim800.com on social media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow.